Just wanted to start on the right foot. My name's Dwayne Talmadge Head Jr., for those of you that don't already know. I'm here today with a video about being greater than you can be measured by, being greater than anyone's ever surmounted, surpass all limits. A lot of people in your life may say, you can't. They may say, it's never been done before. But you know what that means? That's a good thing, because if you do it, you'll be the first to do it. You'll be the greatest at it. You'll be the only one known for ever completing what could not have been done. But that doesn't mean that it's not at all possible, like we were just discussing. It just means that you need to try harder. Just remember, if you can dream it, or you can think it, you can will it unto reality. This is our world. We make it what it is. If we decide to change something, move something, break something, it's up to us as a people, as a tribe, as a clan, as a united, unified source of power, unlimited on this planet, to do as we want. So what I'm trying to say here is, be greater than you have ever thought. Be greater than you've ever thought possible before. Go where no one has dared to go. Do anything you wish, or please. You are in control. No one else. Just you. You and I. We're in control of ourselves. You're not in control of your friend. You're not in control of your mother, your sister, your brother. You're in control of yourself. Therefore, when people ask you for help, you can aid them, and you can guide them, and you can give them the influences they need. But in the end, it's only them that decide if they wish to pick up the pieces and the tools that have been granted and given to them, to open their eyes and their mind, and allow them to succeed what they were before. If they choose no change, they shall not change. And just remember that. It's up to us, not anyone else. If you don't want to change, you never will. Stop trying to help people realize that, and only try to enlighten them to the point where they can make conscious decisions themselves. Do anything you wish, or please. Anything. Anything you can think of, anything you can imagine, anything you can dream. If you're sick of the life you live, if you're sick of the job you work, if you're sick of the place you are, if you're sick of the person you are, remember, the past doesn't make who you are. The people who used to know you don't know you if you decide to change. If they knew you for a couple years, they knew you who you used to be, and you reinvent yourself, you are no longer that person. If you pick up and you change the pace every single day, and you wake up and you put in the work and you put in the hours and you put in the effort to rebuild yourself from the brick by brick of every little teeny piece of the foundation, and you do so, then you have change. You are change. You are the person you wish to be. You make yourself whatever you want to make yourself, and you remember that. Don't let anybody change your mind. Don't let anybody influence you negatively. There is no negative influence. There is no fear. There is only action. And once you realize that, the fears of the world and the efforts of the dark-filled souls complaining because they never did anything and they didn't realize that all it takes is actions to get where they want will fall off. And the world will be limitless. And you will be Neo, theoretically. You will be the code writer. You will be the angelic one. You will be great beyond power, great beyond measure. It says in the Bible that if you wish to move mountains with your mind, you may do so. Now that didn't mean telepathically, sorry. Sometimes I'm bad with words. It does not mean telepathically lifting up a mountain and moving it across gorges or across the world and planting it wherever you want. No, that means you are limitless. Anything you can put your mind to, anything you can find the will to muster, to put into creation, to change, is on you. You can do anything. That's what that meant. That means no barriers, no holds barred. That means put the game in a chokehold and choke it right out. Do whatever you wish. If you want to be rich, you will be rich. You just have to put in the work. You can't say, oh, I want $1 million and I want a perfect wife and I want a perfect house and not put the effort in, because you'll get nowhere. Granted, there are some anomaly cases where people wanted all these things and got it for doing nothing. Don't take that as you can do it too, because it'll never happen. You will be much happier at the end of the day if you put the work in and then you get to reap the benefits. Just remember that. Without the work behind what you've done, there is no success. There is no success. If you just get handed something, much like a child that's handed everything throughout his whole life and wants more, nothing is ever appreciated. Just wants more, just wants more, just wants more, because he never had to work. He never had to put the honesty behind the grindstone and realize that all he ever wanted was to earn something. You must earn what you want out of this world. What you put in is what you get out. Just remember that. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of failure. It's just life's way of saying there's still room to improve. So try harder and try again. If you fall off the horse, like they say, you get back up and you ride the horse again. I could spit out a million of these one word, one sentence innuendos that give you a little bit of sense of, oh yeah, I've heard that before. No, just remember, it's not how hard you can punch, it's how many times you can get punched or be knocked down and still get back up. Okay? There's so many examples through history where people had failed and failed and failed again and did not receive glory until they continued to get back up and strive for bettering themselves. Did they realize that there was no limits? And then halfway or more than halfway through their life, did they succeed in what they really found themselves worthy of doing? And what that means is, when you find something that you were supposed to do, it will not be work. And you will reinvent the entirety of what this thing is to you and to the world. And then you will be paid for what you have done and the changes of that thing. So if you're good at sewing, if you're good at writing, if you're good at being a poet, if you're good at being an architect, if you're good at doing labor with your hands, if you're good at being a carpenter, if you're good at any of these things and you have a knack for it and you love to do it, you go out and you do that. And you find the market and you change it and you revolutionize the world. Because remember, we get nowhere. We wouldn't have phones. We wouldn't have these things that people said wouldn't work unless those people went out and spent their lives doing something that people said wouldn't work today. So remember, all the things you play with and the toys and the Xboxes and the phones that I'm speaking on right now wouldn't be here if it had been for those people that invented them listening to the non-sayers and the down-talkers and the haters. And another good thing about haters is they only help to promote you. So let them hate. Let them infiltrate. Let them watch. Let them observe. And let them allow you to become more infamous than before. Do not here we go into... now, I am reading from a prompt here, just so you do know. I had a little bit of something written down for myself to follow. Not a word for word, just kind of a guideline to kind of jog my memory so I'm not lost here in these videos. Don't allow people to infiltrate your life with their fallacies. If they're complaining, that's a good thing. It means their jealousy or hatred has only made them mad because they cannot do what you do the way you do it. They can't carry themselves the way you carry themselves. They don't look like you look. They don't feel like you feel. They don't talk like you talk. They haven't been to the places you've been. They haven't done the things you've done or seen the things you've seen or accomplished what you've accomplished. And they hate that. Now, the only reason they don't have that is because they haven't realized the one key rule to the game. And that's do whatever you want to do. Okay? It may be wrong. You might go to hell for it. You might go to heaven for it. It might make you a saint. It might make you glorious. It might not. As long as it makes you happy in the end, no one cares, especially not me. Do whatever the fuck you want. Don't listen to anyone else. Don't say, oh, this person told me I can't be an artist, so I shouldn't. No, you can only not be an artist if you decide you are not an artist. You can only not be the world's greatest talent that has ever been seen if you decide that you are not the world's greatest talent that has ever been seen from the start. You are second place if you decide that you are second place. Martin Luther King once said, if you settle for second, you are second. Never settle for anything. Never let anything slip through the fingertips. Grasp onto everything and have pride. Let the anger carry you to the top, and not anger that explodes on people and hurts people, but the anger that pushes you, carries the momentum, allows you to realize that there's nothing that can stop you in this world. Use your mind's limitless power. Use your body's limitless power. Expand your mind, expand your body, expand your will, expand your knowledge. Never stop learning. Never stop watching videos. Never stop experiencing new things. Never stop adapting. Never stop overcoming. Never stop doing anything just because. Never. I mean, what's the point? Okay, so you do find something you're not good at and you think you're a failure. That doesn't mean you should stop. If you like it, don't ever stop. Because then you're just taking something away from yourself that you will eventually yearn for. And then you will hate yourself because you're not doing it. Now, this is just an example, but I'm a pretty physical fit guy. I like to go to the gym, and I have realized through the years that when I'm not running or getting some daily exercise in or eating right, it drags me down mentally and physically, of course. But I'm realizing that because that's something I like to do. Now, it may just be a hobby, but that doesn't matter. It's something I love to do. Is it what I'm gonna make millions of dollars off of? No, I'm 5'7". I'm not the next Arnold Schwarzenegger. Trust me in that. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop doing it. So just remember that while these people are complaining and hating, you smile and take all their hatred as a compliment. It's pushing you up. It's rising the cream to the top. 2 rats fall into a vat of milk. 1 rat drowns trying to drink all of the milk. The other rat churns the milk into butter by running so fast that he eventually just walks out. Here's a quote from a movie. Some of these quotes I have taken from other places. That doesn't matter. What it does matter is that I'm compiling them sensibly into one video where they make sense in hopes that I don't care if 10 billion people watch this video or 1 person. If 1 person is awakened or learns something or takes something that helps them in their life from this video, then I have done what I have uploaded this video to do. Period. You can hate it, you can love it, you can post comments, you can say I'm retarded, doesn't matter, because guess what? I'm not here for you. I'm here for me. Once again, the whole point of this conversation. Be what you want to be. I wanted to make a video to try to help motivate people, so here I am doing this for you. Or whoever may be motivated just by seeing me full of energy doing what I love to do. Which isn't really anything. It's a little bit of everything. Okay, I'm a spark plug. I'm eccentric. I'll do anything and everything that I feel comfortable with. So wrapping up with a closing quote from Mahatma Gandhi. Be the change you wish to see in this world. If you want a better world, if you want this world not to be so monetaristic or full of hatred and greed and all these things, then start changing it. Because the major point of all of this is we are the system. We make everything. We are everything. If we want to make a law and a bunch of people get together and they make a law, it's because they have willed it into existence and no one has stopped them. So if you're complaining about something because of the way it is in the system or in the world, then remember, it's that way because you and everyone around you has allowed it to happen. Just remember, this video was only advice. Go out into the world and do whatever the fuck you want to do.